Terrific, terrific, terrific. Did you guys enjoy that? We really enjoyed that. Beautiful. Hey, one thing I would love to do, can we move you all to this end of the right? You don't move. Just spread out. Keep on. Now find your windows. Find your windows, so you have to adjust a little bit. You're going to have a little more room around you. So I divert over me just has to happen. Really, really great job. As I try to get this microphone on, let's start at the top. Let's do the. Did I lose it? With the dream within a dream. Everyone say dream. Together. So the first sound is a D. In California, we tend to make that a J sound, dream, but it's dream. You'll actually get your attacks a lot cleaner. Now say dream. Dream. You see the little shadow vowel at the end there? If I didn't have the title in front of me, I wouldn't have known that that's the word you're actually saying. Can we start this? Right where you come in. Take this kiss. Ready? Ready.
Take this kiss upon the brow, and departing from you now.
Good. Take your hands with me and do this. Take this kiss upon the brow. I'd love a lot more legato. Even though you're not singing, you're going to sing your heart with me, so you're going to do this. 2, ready, and. Can you really connect take to this? Take this kiss instead of take this kiss, ready, and.
Take this kiss upon the brow,
Legato.
and departing from you now.
Good. And imparting from you now. Or from you now. Which one do you think it should be? Second one, yeah. Classical, not pop. Good. Can you all bend your knees a little bit? Okay. So you feel your tailbone like you're gonna, like a plug comes out of your tailbone and plugs you into the earth. Okay. Because sometimes it just feels sort of high and dainty, and I just want a little lower core in your body. Again, sing with them, even though you don't have this melody. Everyone sing. 2, ready, and.
Take this kiss upon the
Feel your core.
and departing from you now.
Go scoop.
As much let me allow you are not wrong to deem that my days have been a dream.
Thank you. All of you need to do that shadow vowel, right? I always tell my singers that I work with that your diction should be good enough that anyone in the audience could take dictation. They could literally write out what they just heard. And then your singing should be so good that if Mozart happened to show up, he could write out all the notes he was hearing, right? You want to be that clear. This is such a stunning poem. Every note should be a morsel. You want to just deliver everything with as much kind of refinement as you possibly can. Can we do the middle section? This is where you've got the I stand amid the roar, okay? You should always feel like your knees, like there's a spring, boing, 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 right? Always a little bit. I like the fact that most of you are wearing kind of a flat shoe that really helps. If you're way up like this, it's harder to unlock your knees, but you want to feel that low center. Give them the lead in here. This is bottom 6. One more left hand.
I stand amid the roar, I stand amid the soul and
Good. Take your fingers and do this with me, altos. Okay. This is your breath. I stand amid. Can you whirl it as quickly as possible wherever you come in? Can you make sure you hear them? They have the melody. 2, ready, and.
I stand amid the roar, I stand amid the soul.
Good. Where are the second sopranos? Second sopranos, can you sing that with them and only first do that top part? 2, feel your core. This comes from that. 2, ready, and.
I stand amid the roar, I stand the roar of a self-tormented shore. I hold within my hand the grace of golden sand.
Good. Why am I doing this? I'm sure he talks to you about spin. You talk about spin with them? Spinning the sound. You're turning your breath into sound, right? So your sound is just air, right? Going through the glottis. Underneath your larynx, it's just a column, solid mass. Above, it's a ripple. Okay, but it's still all just breath. So if you want the tap to keep going, you keep feeding air into it. Sometimes we sort of think like, I'll just push a button like a radio and make the sound go. That isn't what happens. You have to keep breathing life into it. That was much better. I would actually have them double that because they're so low. And then this descant just feels more like a reply. Very, very good. I made some suggestions about some rough places that you can look at. Beautiful though. What's this song about? You guys talk about the poem? Yes.
About how a man has felt devastated because he's realized that time is slipping away from him and he can't grasp back. And he's feeling sad because it's all his time with all that in that one.
Good, good. What's your name?
Crystal?
Crystal? Beautiful. Smart gals in our choir. I wouldn't, if I didn't speak English, I wouldn't have known that that was what this song was about from watching you. Does that make sense? Okay. And of course, you're all young, and you know this is invincibility that's fueling your life right now. I can do anything, but you have to put yourself in the perspective of somebody like, wow, I didn't take advantage of the time I have. So this is really a perfect piece for your age that will gather you rosebuds while you may, kind of a thing, right? Good. More of this. Let's do the Latin in virtute tua. Can you conduct this one? And while he's getting, let's move you this way just to make no move. Nudge, 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 nudge. Nudge, nudge, nudge. There. Or left hand. Good. Do you see this in your score, right? You have to imagine that you see it. Hands to your sides, ladies. Okay. Hands to your sides. Not right. There you go. This. What is this? Crescendo decrescendo. Can you give them much more of this and this? What I'd like you to do is I want you to take your arms and you're going to go like this and lift them up. And then when the phrase relaxes, you're going to let them down. Okay? Robert, they come in. Even more. Now, can you do that and just internalize that sensation of rise and fall? Okay, start a little softer so you have somewhere to go. Okay, now if he does this and this with his hand, you remember what that feels like in your body without actually doing it. Right there again. Good, good, good. If you start this lower here, and then, so you should feel like you're lifting something heavy, and then easy. This is it's too unenergized, right? So your impulse of will really needs to go. You're going to crescendo, and now you're going to get something. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, right. So lots of strength in that arm. Everyone say domine.
Domine.
Say do. That's the wrong vowel. Do. Say ne. Say ne. A couple of you, when you release that, you're closing your mouth when you breathe in, so we hear domine, we hear that A. I didn't hear it anywhere else in the piece, so I know that you know your Latin vowels. You want to keep that shape really pure. Okay, let's jump to the middle section, et super salutare. Say et super, take your hand with me and say et super, again. Et
Super.
salutare.
Salutare.
What am I doing? What are those? Stress syllables, right? Okay. Can you give me more of those? All of them felt the same to me, so I didn't get any line as a result. Can we do that? Et super salutare. And you're going to do that with your arms. Yeah, wait. Just et super salutare. Because there's only one strong syllable in salutare, right? Only the strong syllables. Ready, and... Good. Now you have to fit it into a line, right? So it isn't like da, da, right? Okay, so can you give it some direction? A little faster. 2, 3, and 1. Good. Have them practice this section with accompaniment speaking at a medium high with no pitch, so that they can really feel there's a word prosody. You know what that means? That word means? Sort of like the natural speech patterns of the written word, okay? Latin isn't a language anyone speaks, but you should practice it as if you do speak it, so that we get a natural flow, because it is really like bum, 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 all individual syllables, right? And I just want more words coming through. What's this piece about? Anyone? Soprano? Maybe a soprano here? Yes. Good. You don't have to be. You don't have to be a person who's Catholic or even religious to actually find a truth behind that you can fuel this piece with. Okay? And in a world right now, we need a lot of strength. So connect to that so the prayer feels truthful. Does that make sense? Because for some of you, it felt distant to me. Like this is just pretty music, but like there's nothing happening here. Right? So just internalize it and make it a personal thing for you. So every time you sing it, you actually feel like you're praying. The Welsh have a really great saying that says, when you sing, you pray twice. Okay, so just internalize that a little bit more, and then the piece will really kind of zing. Does that make sense? Good. I mean, everything you do is so beautiful. There's no reason why you can't just do these final things and it'll just be glorious. Let's do the Rolla Dilbert piece. Let's Take Me to the Water, which was, oh, so exciting. If you need to drop out a pitch in the left hand with those fast five, do the lower pitch, not the upper octave. Do you know what I mean? No, play the lower one, not the upper one. I want to do the repeated part. I have two. Yeah. Okay, I want to do the repeated. That take me to the water, take me to that section. I needed more of the middle, down by the riverside, down by the river. I needed more of that. And in this sort of belt mix that you're doing such a good job with, which I love, I think it's great for the style, just make sure that the vowels feel tall, that it doesn't go too lateral. Does that make sense? Okay, see what that is? Great. Say water. Say water. That feels too fussy for the style. Take me to the water, not water, right? The sopranos, height, more height. Height, two, ready. Where's your body? Core. Good, way much better. Okay, good. Just a little bit more of you. It's so fast that sometimes he's already going, oh, I love that ceiling. Can you give them a hand? Really, really excellent work. Beautiful.